it's me. But I have ordered 100 Thin Mint Girl Scout cookies from the city of Phoenix to be delivered to my house, to be put on ice right after I am on the field.
And you have roots here. Tell me about your roots from Phoenix.
Yes, my parents are traveling ministers, or they were, especially when I was growing up. And so we hopped around and they started churches in lots of different places around the USA. And so we stayed here in Phoenix doing that kind of work for a couple of years, and I went to Paradise Valley Christian School.
We have some footage of your elementary school.
Oh, goodness.
Well, we can't see it right now, but anyway.
No, but yeah, my kindergarten and first grade, some of my most impressionable years were here at Paradise Valley Christian School.
Oh, and we got a picture of you from 1990.
Oh, yeah, that's me.
Oh, yeah.
Look, I lost a tooth.
That's pretty cute.
That girl's like, will I ever play the halftime show?
Okay, so speaking of that, will I ever play the halftime show? 100 million viewers. Are you nervous at all?
Can I say, yes, I am human? Of course I am a little nervous, but I am well prepared. I've probably already done the show over 30 to 35 times myself. So I know every play for me. And I'm well rested, and I've been on tour. I've already done 108 shows on my own tour. So it's not like I'm coming from like being a recluse or like coming back into the spotlight. I'm in a routine, and I have been for a year. So, I mean, all that being said, like anything can happen, but I feel very prepared, very excited. I'm going to have so much fun. Like yesterday when I was rehearsing on the field, I was like, you know what is going to be different about my performance, I think, than a lot of other people, is that you're going to see how much fun I'm having.
You sound like a fun girl.
I am a very fun girl, yes.
Now tell me this, like
all-American fun.
With football players, if we hadn't been to the Super Bowl to play, we'll call other players and say, can you give me some advice?
What's that?
Football players hadn't been to the Super Bowl, we'll call other players to get advice.
Oh,
Would you ever reach out to a Beyonce or a Madonna and say, can you tell me what to expect?
I actually reached out to Bruno Mars at one point, and I asked him, how many days before Sunday do I get the spray tan?
And he didn't appreciate
that. The answer exactly.
Okay, right.
But he's been somewhat kind, and we have a really great relationship with the NFL, and they've been so kind to us, and we've just figured out along the way, just kind of marked our steps along the way.
I wanted to ask you about your favorite halftime Super Bowl performance, but I know you and I were talking about what you did, how you watch Beyonce.
Oh, yes. I've been watching and also doing my research and homework on the halftime show. I even saw the Michael Jackson show where back in the day it was daytime, and he stood there just straight solid for a minute and 30 seconds and moved his chin once. And you could see the people behind him going through the whole chart of emotions like, this is great, what is happening, this is awful, this is crazy. Like, for a minute and a half, because, these performances are only 12 and a half minutes, so, like, every minute counts. And thankfully, I have a lot of songs, so I am really cramming a lot of information into my show. But as of lately, I really appreciated the graphic design and the visual aspect of Madonna, and then I also really appreciate, of course, I'm such a Beyonce stan, like, I love her. She does the best hair flip in the world. I'm going to try and do a couple hair flips, but
you're going to have the fans, aren't you? The same fans she had?
Well, I'm gonna do some helicopter action with my hair.
So you said helicopter action. You said lions.
Diana Ross also left in a helicopter, which was pretty mage.
And you also said sharks.
I did say sharks.
And lions.
And I said a lion.
Help me with this,
It's going to be very wild out there. You're just going to have to tune in on Sunday.
I'll be there.
There's been actually a lot of what we call sharkyography, which is shark choreography.
Okay.
Yeah. Sharkyography. Okay, 12 and a half minutes. We know that you love to change. You have fabulous wardrobes that you're always changing. How can you do that in 12 and a half minutes? How many wardrobe changes?
Wearing a lot of layers.
Okay.
Wearing a lot of layers and a lot of tricks, a lot of magic tricks. I don't want to give away the number because there's like supposedly these polls going on in Vegas, which
6.
I love. Well, if that's your vote, then that's your vote.
That's pretty high. That's good.
That would be very high, I would say.
Set the bar a little lower, right?
Yeah, but I think that it's going to be exciting to be able to go through all the looks, and I'm creating a lot of different worlds, actually, that evening, a few, maybe 3 or 4 different worlds. So we'll see how many costumes get to go in
What will designate that it was a great performance? What needs to happen so that you feel good about it, that, man, I did it?
I just want people to feel this incredible joy, the same incredible joy I think I will have on the field. I said earlier today that if I can make over 100 million people smile at the same time all around the world, what incredible energy will be just going on.
Now we know Lenny Kravitz will join you out there, and there's been rumors and speculation about some other people. Can you give us any hints?
Well, never is anything confirmed until game day. But all I can say is that I think it will be a very female strong evening. And also,
it's a great hint.
I think also people are not going to expect this at all. And I believe faces will melt when they hear the first chord come out. The first chord rings and people are going to go, what?
Are you playing any new songs?
I'm not playing any new songs, actually. I'll be playing all the songs that have hit #1 and cramming it as much as I can in there.
Who do you think is going to win the game? Because you already said you have a, not relationship, but you contact Russell Wilson.
They're texting.
Yeah, texting.
Oh, yeah. Well, I just think I hope that the best team wins.
No, you said the Seahawks earlier.
Well, I'm voting for the Seahawks, but I love a good game. I love a good bit of healthy competition. I hope that the Seahawks slay.
Oh, there you go.
But if the Patriots bring it, then they deserve the trophy.
Let me ask you this. If you weren't performing at halftime, what would you be doing? Would you be with a group of friends? Would you be watching the game?
I would be probably in my hometown of Santa Barbara, having a couple margaritas at the bar and watching some of the commercials, having a chuckle, and just being really honed in for the show, the halftime show.
Right. Is this your actually second Super Bowl you attended? Because you said you came to the one at Madonna.
Yes, actually, I got to see the Madonna show in person, and I was part of the DirecTV performance a few years ago. So I've wetted my whistle on the sports game here.
But when you saw that, when you watched it, did you say, because Madonna was a while ago, did you say to yourself that I'm going to do that one day? That's going to be me.
No, I didn't know that my time was now. I feel like in some ways I've outdreamt my dream, and it's so exciting, and I feel like this is God's way or the universe's way of offering me this opportunity to see if I can handle it. It's like the universe saying, we're going to take you to the next level. Are you worthy?
There you go.
So we'll see if I'm worthy.
That's pretty good. Okay, so there have been, through the years, of course, a lot of talk about the halftime performances, and we've seen everything. Has the NFL talked to you about keeping it clean?
They've never had the actual conversation with me because I think there's an understood trust when they picked me. I'm very conscious, very aware, very present in my life in general at all times, and I understand that the 12 and a half minutes that I've given comes with a certain standard of responsibility. And for me, I can only control myself in my life at all times. I cannot control others, so I cannot speak for them. But for me, I will never self-sabotage that moment. And the next day's news, if there is any, or captions or what have you, I want it to be about the music. It would be so short-sighted of me to make it about anything than the gift that I was given.
I'm one of the 64 million followers, and
you
I'd like to think, I am.
I am too.
I am.
Thank
and
you.
Hearing your background and the roots with your parents in church and everything, I like you even more that I've met you.
Oh,
and
thanks.
I'm proud of you. I really am proud of you.
Thank you. I mean, I think that, I was raised a different way, and it's not necessarily that I believe in the same things I grew up with, but I believe my parents really installed an incredible moral compass and character and integrity, and I like to do everything that I do with an incredible amount of integrity.
Between now and game time,
yes.
What does Katy Perry's schedule look like?
Oh, it's just all about preparation. Like I said, I've already kind of run the show about 30 to 35 times, so it's in my muscle memory. So it's just about staying healthy and focused and remembering the energy that I surround myself and you know, it's so funny. I was like, oh, maybe I'll go and see my girl Riri at the Direct TV, and one of my managers was like, you can't be seen before the wedding. I was like, okay.
So no parties for you, no concerts?
No. Although after the game, I'm going to have a party of my own, and I've ordered 100 Papa John's pizzas.
There you go.
And I've actually ordered 100 Girl Scout Thin
Well,
Mountain.
hold on.
So you're gonna pick out.
Dion and I knew
I'm
about
gonna pick
this.
out
So
because
you're
I
gonna pick
haven't
out.
been able to for the past few months.
We have a little surprise for you
we
here.
got a surprise for you.
Because we
No.
read about that
You
on
got
Twitter.
chocolate drop?
That
Oh
your
my
dream
gosh!
after the game, we've got
Oh
Terrell
my
Davis, who is a
gosh!
two-time Super Bowl champion over there.
This is
like
with
the club.
The Sparkler.
Yeah.
The club is in
And look
the
at this.
house.
Yep.
Up at
There's the tweet
club.
right up there.
You can't blow
Your
that out.
dream
This
after
works.
the game.
Oh, you are so
Katie,
cool. Yes.
Katie, this is from the local Arizona Girl Scouts group
I can't
here.
believe they had any left. I thought I bought them all.
And this coming to you from a Super Bowl MVP here.
Yeah.
That's what he does in his spare time.
Get those out of here.
I know.
Get those out of here.
We don't want you to eat all of them
TD.
before.
You know what I'm saying?
She
Plus,
has
they have to be chilled.
outfits that
They
she
have to be
must
chilled.
fit.
You can't just eat one of those. You can't just eat one of those.
Let's see. It's his favorite too, right? Yes.
This is like the right combination of sweet and salty, and they are not paying me to promote.
You want small list?
There you go.
Oh, wow! Some
Somebody's gonna
happy
eat that
fan
cookie.
just got a Thin Mint.
Somebody's going to eat that cookie, Becky. You know, that's it. Thank you.
I want to make it rain, Girl Scout
Can you do
cookies.
one thing for me?
Yes, sir.
We're
The
not
one
going to ask you to
sparkler.
dance like we asked Beyonce. But
Oh, you
I just want to know
I love her.
how you're going to end up, the last pose that you're going to end up at the end of the show, because it's in your muscle memory that you said. So is it going to be a Michael Jackson, or is it going to be just the last pose?